So there's many a good Doctor Who story, and there's a fair few great Doctor Who stories. But there's not many Doctors who have got two stories as good as this one. And, you know, I've been quite gleefully proclaiming that Remembrance of the Daleks is the greatest classic Who story of all time. That has been my little calling card over the last few weeks whenever the conversation has cropped up. But bloody hell, this is just unbelievable. This is just unbelievable. And it's so full of little details, so little performances that are so good. Did you pick up what it was that the Doctor was using? What he was using to sort of like symbolise his faith? No. He lists his companions. Oh. So he goes through, and if you can pick it out, I'm sure you can if you listen super carefully, but he actually just lists his companions. So, I mean, there's moments like that are just absolute class for a Who fan. And then, of course, you get the whole, we play the again, Time Lord. And this whole thread that's been running through, well, there's two threads coming to fruition here, aren't they? But there's this whole thread of the Seventh Doctor, you know, being Times champion, getting the job done. All the things he meant to pick up along the way. Now's the time to take care of them. Precipitated, of course, in my head canon, by Ace coming along, because she's the companion that he does this with. And it's almost as if this is preordained. So this fight is always going to happen, and all this is we're going to find us out in the fourth episode and whatnot like that. The death of Nicholas Parsons is truly, truly sad. I was going to say harrowing. It's not harrowing. But it's really sad because he tries so hard. He's seen the Doctor do it, and he can't quite do it. I love the fact that... Is it Soren? It's not Soren, is it? I can't remember the name of the Russian. You remember the name of the Russian?
I can't remember anything.
Okay.
I can't remember my own name.
You're a tired girl. His faith in the revolution, which, again, is just a beautiful touch because, like, I mean... What this story's doing, I can't remember much of this in the last video, is it's taking World War II symbolism, okay, finally, after 20 plus 5 years plus of avoiding it. World War II symbolism. We're taking vampires. We're taking, you know, all this. Churches, that's a big thing as well, of course. And we're just wrapping it up and bang, we're off to the races. Boom. So to have the, you know, the Russian Revolution as part of that, fantastic. That all fits. That's perfect. That works with that character. I think Lib has a slightly different take on Ace's seduction scene.
Well, it was rubbish seduction, but also it's inappropriate for a 16-year-old.
She's not 16 now, though. She's 18. She's not a little girl.
She's not 18, she's 16.
I think she's 18. What do you mean you looked it up?
How old is she supposed to be when she was travelling with the Doctor?
But she
said 16.
Well, she must have met when she was 16. I think she's a tad older now.
We haven't been watching this for 2 years.
No, but there was a 2-year gap between Dragonfire and this.
How do you know?
Because I just know, as in terms of television terms. I think
you believe what you want. If that's an 18-year-old, then it was poor. Poor show.
What can we say? You know, if she'd had a different time of it. The look on the soldier's face at the start, where they come in and he says, all the radio equipment destroyed as requested, sir. And he looks really proud of himself. And the Doctor goes, well done, Sergeant. Now put it back together again. It's really, really good. And just little moments like that. McCoy dropping the thing on his foot. No reason whatsoever. Absolutely brilliant. And we keep dwelling on this. But the relationship between the Doctor and Ace is more nuanced, I think, than any Doctor-companion relationship has ever been, right? At times, that bit, my God, when she yells at him. You always know what's going on, and you're not telling me. Oh, man. That's genuinely affecting, because she's proper pissed off. And he looks like out of his depth then, because he can't deal with Ace being pissed off, because he knows he's manipulating her. And he knows that he's taking her for a ride. But he knows he's got to do it, and he loves her. And he can't, you know... Oh, he absolutely adores Ace.
Is there a more avuncular Doctor?
No, there's not a more avuncular Doctor. There's not. And the irony of it is...
It's rhetorical.
The irony of it is, he's also the biggest bastard of a Doctor going. He's not nice a lot of the time. He's genuinely not nice. He manipulates people. Like, he lets those two... I don't care what anybody says. He lets those 2 Russian soldiers die. he knows that it's
He says no one cares about the risk is.
He doesn't say that, but he knows it's a risk, and he lets it happen anyway. And it's just, this doctor is just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable, and a story of this quality, where it's just everything. And like I've said before, and I keep saying this, I'm going to go back and think about this more deeply. I've got to read Sandifer on this. By the way, those of you who have only just started watching, if you aren't aware of the work of Elizabeth Sandifer, go and track them down now. They've got, she's got a website, and she reviews all the new stuff. But all the books called the TARDIS, I can't even say it, Auditorium. Yeah, just they're my go-to. That and About Time by Tatwood and et al. Anyway, those are my two go-to reference guides to Doctor Who. And there's another one I've been reading as well, which has been particularly good. Anyway, that's by the way. I really want to see what Sandifer says about this, because Sandifer is that the sort of critic who's going to turn around and say, I hope, or I will challenge my view, that at this pace, this programme is weird. And it survives on its sheer gusto. But like that moment where Ace goes and talks to Kathleen, I can't remember her name. I'm terrible with names. Like, we've just had the conversation. Oh, you've got a husband. Oh, it's a boyfriend. Oh, it's a husband. That's done, right? And then, next time we see him, he's dead. Now, in any other Doctor Who story, I cannot think of a single other Doctor Who story where that one scene to the next scene wouldn't seem like, oh, come on. But there's just something about this story. The stakes seem so high. All the pieces, pun intended, are coming into place here. And as a result, that moment just feels like completely natural. It's just so bizarre. And it's not. It's weird. How did the telegram get there? They smashed all the equipment. But you don't even notice. It goes by in a blink of an eye. Honestly, when I started this video, I just thought I was going to say, this is amazing, crack on. I've talked for 7 minutes about this, one episode of Doctor Who, and I could talk for another 70 minutes. This is unbelievable stuff. This is Doctor Who of the highest quality, and I would happily put this story up against any New Who. Any New Who, and it would be a fair fight. It would be a fair fight. And that's not just with nerds like me. This could be a 2-part, 45-minute per episode story. You could put it up against Silence in the Library, Doctor Dances, any of them. And this has a fair chance of being the better. There you go. Oh.